Oh, there, it just finally come up. Oh, $719 Canadian. It just came up. Well, there's other stuff you can buy to go with it, but okay, we got it. Cool. So now I'll go back to share screen and see a better picture of it. Yep, right there. That's the one there. You just bought it. But it's saying it's 719 Canadian. So it arrives before Christmas, except for remote regions. I don't know, maybe you're in a remote region won't come in time for you. Easy. Where the hell's my stop share? There it is over there. Okay, cool. Hmm. Well, so now he's a proud owner of another printer. It's just like candy, Can't just have one, right? Uh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, I knew that. They want to put a roundabout in. Oh, well, 5 or 6 blocks from here, Paul. And there was a whole bunch of people opposed it. I mean, quite a bit. There's over a couple hundred people who live in that area. Don't want it. So I had to go back to the city planning board. Hey, this is the roundabout to remain. They're just letting people vent. That's all they do. They've got their plan. This is what we're going to do. People go, oh, I just say, okay, we'll give it a couple of days. And it's going through anyways. I knew it. Government, it just, it will proceed as outlined. Yeah. Gotta have bike lanes, active transportation, protected pedestrian causeways, improvements to the water main story. Yeah, I know. Approximately 8,000 vehicles a day, it says it goes through there. There have been 2 collisions at this intersection over the past 5 years, both due to vehicles failing to stop at the existing stop sign on St. Cap. 2 accidents in 5 years because people are stupid enough not to stop at a stop sign. So we got to throw a roundabout in there. I knew they were going to uh, um, put that through without anybody even thinking about it. They were just looking dangling the meat out there. Oh yeah, we're listening to you. Yeah, bullshit. They knew what they were going to do before that. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Trevor. Oh, AZ there first, of course. Good morning, Russell, and I guess who else we got there? Jonathan Jackson. Good morning. Welcome to the stream today. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm having trouble with the internet, but it seems to be okay.
Yeah, no, everything's fine. Yeah. And Mr. Skyfly just kind of slid in there to second base there. How you doing this morning? Uh, and they got 2 streets there, not too far from the roundabout, Paul, there that they been one ways for ever since I was born. And so, that's an old thing. Now they're going to turn those streets into 2 ways. Like, really? The accident you're going to cause? And they're worried about they had 2 accidents in 5 years, and that's like an intersection. And they're all low speed crashes. They're not high speed crashes, they're low speed. Oh, God. I don't think anybody's even hurt there. But, anyways.
That's
Yeah.
typical. They can't leave anything alone.
Yeah. It's progress. Oh, you got somebody in council. This is what we're going to do. Boy, I tell you, a lot of people are not happy with that battery plant coming here. It's not going to benefit us whatsoever. It's just, somebody said, well, is our taxes going to go down because of it? It's all probably not. No. Well, you got to pay for all this money the government give them, $15 billion, and they got to go in, they got to change roads, they got to put in a new road, they got to, it just goes on and on. Then it's going to take 4 years to build it. Well, by the time that comes, the battery technology is going to change again. So I don't know. See, they could have put an all-way stop in there, but it's not warranted at this location. The local residents have expressed concerns of traffic noise and vehicle emissions associated with an all-way stop at that location. Heard like there's only about 10 houses maybe in that whole area. Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to spend $50,000 for an art installation to put it in the center. You put in a four-way stop would cost $360,000, but a roundabout costs $630,000 compared to $770,000 for traffic lights. Look at that. They turned off the comment posting. Hey, surprise. You ain't commenting on this crap. Somebody will start another one, though. So what's everybody up today? Hey, East Coast Thrill, good morning. Off today. What's up, people? Too windy for flying. Yeah, I don't know what it's like here yet. I haven't really checked to see what's going on yet.
I got no wind here, Paul.
No? Just cold, though, isn't it? Well, it's getting warm.
Cold.
Yeah, it's supposed to really warm up, so. Uh, I think I found new seat covers for my pickup truck there, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Huh? Yeah, Beagles. Oh, there's a good one. I like that one there. That'd be cool. Yeah. You think I like Beagles or something?
There was a short on my computer that had there you make alligator socks, and what they are, you knit them and they go on your feet, and it looks like an alligator's got
Oh, yeah.
your
Yeah.
and they're all big and fluffy and that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, it sounds like a Laura trick to me.
It's like my socks there. I got, remember those Tim Horton ones?
Yeah.
On the bottom of the page it says, hey, I'm in this position, give me a Timmy's.
East Coast, what are you flying? It depends on what you're flying and where you're flying. Wind speeds. I've flown in 28 to 30 mile an hour wind speeds, but I went out late last night, and figured, well, I'd fly my drone, my little one.
Yeah, oh, the tell.
And all the time it was coming down, went under the bridge and went past me. I couldn't get it to fire up. The damn, because it's all a little different, and it wouldn't, the screen wouldn't. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I finally got it to go. So I chased it down a little bit, and then the gimbal started frigging around a little bit. Let me see if I can show you. It would have been the, what was the name of that ship? Was the Algoma Conveyor.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since you had the Otello, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long time. In fact, that was one of the other problems I had. I got down there, it only had 60% battery life.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that they're East Coast. They Paul goes out in the higher winds sometimes with his Air 2S all the time.
I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but let me screen share. This is without, I tried lightening it up and everything, but it was such a poor quality. And then it started to pixelate. Okay, can you see that, Paul?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Wait for it. This is a BMW. Just wait for it.
Oh, hang on, I gotta get this. There we go.
See how, look at how it was shaking. That was the gimbal.
Yeah.
Then it settled down. And here I am chasing it down. This is way down by Pine Grove Park.
Yeah, I can say it's a long ways down.
In fact, I ran the battery so low, Paul, when I finally got back home, it beeped and went red, and it started landing, and it landed right in front of my truck.
Huh? Yeah. Wow, you shouldn't have fallen.
See that shake?
Yeah. Maybe there's an update for it or something, Paul.
I don't know.
Can't even see the ship. You see the light?
Yeah, you can just barely make out the hull.
Yeah. I mean, all the lights around the bridge and everything are cool, but hey, Nanya, good morning, and Mark White. Good morning, guys. East Coast, put a link in the chat there so we can know where to go.
Now, I've got another one that I can show you that I haven't done a thing with. This is going to be raw footage. This was afterwards. And I think I can do something with this.
Yes.
Screen share. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's short. Okay. Can you see that, Paul?
Yeah. And for nighttime shots, it's not a bad drone.
Yeah, if it's got light,
Yeah, if it's light, yeah.
That's Poyern Hospital over there.
Yeah.
It's a Huron light ship.
Yeah. Yeah, just give me a minute there, East Coast. Okay, I was just watching polls there. I'm just gonna watch let me see. Said mine's playing in HD. quality of 1080 on mine. Okay, let me. So East Coast Thrills was doing this. He said that guys on Coast to Coast last night, Bill, I guess he said that it was only playing 720. Probably had to give it more time for it to be uploaded to play properly. Let me see if I got the right one here. Yep, okay. But like, here it's a little dark, but you're getting a lot of reflection off the water, right? There's just a thing. But once you get up here, it looks a lot better. It looks fairly clear. I'm playing in HD 1080 here right now, so it don't look bad so far. Everything looks pretty brown, but I don't know. Maybe that's what it all looks like. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's winter picture.
So doing an orbit around here. You do what I do. Like, if I can get it started out nice and then all of a sudden change it, then you got to quickly do something. And I like the one that you can do it automatically and just set the setting and get a nicer, smoother thing. But yeah, when you're trying to do it manually, I struggle with that too, right? So water looks blue anyways, but it looks so brown, eh? Winter scenes, right? But it almost looks a little pixely, but not bad. I don't think it was too bad. Huh.
What's that with a Nevada?
Air 2, I think.
Air two? Okay.
But you're coming down to that Christmas tree. I'm not sure where this. Oh, Naples, Florida, I guess, because that's what it says on the building there, Naples. So I think it's Florida. But he was trying to come in there and get some of that Christmas tree, I guess. Not many people on the street. Pretty quiet, eh? Huh? Well, it's got to be warm because we're in shorts and t-shirts. So there he goes. Now you're into the Christmas tree. Yeah. I don't know. There, East Coast, they wasn't that bad. I was like 5 foot off the ground, 5 foot in front of me when I going to parks. If somebody wants to complain, I can sit it down. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not using that filter anymore. Yeah, it was kind of, but it came out not bad. Like, as far as, you know, because I was running that in 1080. So if that's what you did it with. Hey, we see Captain Joe has come into the chat and also Donald.
And Donald's here. Yep.
Yep. Mr. Mudball himself. Ugh. But a lot of that stuff there, if you got a good editing program, you can color grade it and stuff like that, right? So
Right.
I know sometimes it's a pain in the ass, but I use that DaVinci Resolve, and I'll tell you, it's a lot to it, but you can do stuff. I've even got Pinnacle 25 or 26, I forget now. I think I got 24 and 25. I think that's what I got. But I've never used it. Stupid thing that went bottom and never use them.
Well, I'll be back just a second.
Okay, for some reason I got muted. Must have muted everybody or something. I'm back. East Coast said he uses what's free. Like Cut, the GoPro app, but we pay for that because we have a GoPro. Well, the DaVinci Resolve, it's there's a version that's free, and I'll tell you, the stuff that's on there you'll never use in 100 years, even the free version. It's a bit of a learning curve, but it works great. You can have even the auto color on it, you know. So, but so anyways, so Nanya, what the hell are you up there today? Yeah, DaVinci Resolve. I think the newest one is either 18 or 19. Um, it's a free download. It's free. There's some stuff that don't work on it, but you have to pay for the paid version. But it's actually a really good program. But anyways, you'll never use half the stuff that's on it. Like I said, a bit of a learning curve, but once you get into it, it's pretty cool actually. How you cut and drop things in, paste them, put them together, put music on it, whatever you want to do. You know.
Hey, Bo.
So,
Hey, Bo.
hey, Joe. Good morning, sir.
It's been an early morning for me. I've been up since 5:30.
Oh, geez, yeah.
And my son had training and had to go drive. It's about an hour away. So he told me to wake him up, make sure he was up at 5:30.
I think you better invest in a new camera. You're kind of bluish again this morning.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about
Maybe
gotta
just
try to figure
you're
this
still
out.
radiating.
That might be it. I got a little more blue in it. Let me look at this. If I do the saturation like that, that's too light to me.
Yeah, it's too late. Yeah.
And if I do the auto, if I take that off, that changes those. See, that color is more like this room.
Yeah, right there. That looks good right there.
That's probably it right there.
Yeah, that looks good right there.
The wall is a cream color.
Yeah. Yep. No, that looks good.
Yeah, leave it alone. Look at that number. It says 40 and 100. Okay.
Well. Gee, there, Nanya. That is great to hear. That is good to hear there, Nanya.
All right, Nanya. God bless.
Yeah. That's good. They got it all, and the future looks great. That is awesome.
That's good then. I have to go see my oncologist tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah.
So I get my results of everything being clear on that PET scan.
Oh, fire trucks are going out someplace again. God, this area is terrible lately. All you hear is freaking sirens. I got a scanner going over there too, and I can kind of got it down low enough, hopefully, but still hear a little bit what's going on.
Yeah, I flew 2 flights yesterday. I got to go fly. I went out by Mandeville Harbor. I said, well, I'm just going to fly the harbor kind of low and play around with see what they have.
Yeah.
And I was shocked to see the colors finally came in. We had the fall colors out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it really looked nice. And they have a little playground right there. It's called Harbor Playground. And I went and took video above it, just like a little half orbit and just like a top down and just like a little approach to it. Yeah. And then as soon as it cleared out a little bit, I put the Avata all through it and put that in a video. I'm taking chances with that Avada now. I was about 4 feet off the water and probably ran it for about 200 yards right there, about 4 feet over the water, and went around a guy throwing a catch net.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah. Thanks, there, Nanya. The new poll just came out about here in Canada about with the Liberals and NDP and Conservative how they're doing. They said right now, election since the last election, Conservatives are up 6.1%, and the Liberals are down 6.5%. And right now, they predict if there was an election tomorrow that we'd have a majority government with the Conservatives in a landslide. That's how bad everybody don't want. They're so tired of the Liberals here.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. But problem is, Ricky won't resign so we can get an election while we're in the high. Oh, so now he's trying a whole bunch of stuff. Well, we know there's election coming now because he's starting to throw, everything at the farm right now. He's, doing this, doing that, throwing money around, right? Trying to get his poll numbers up. You betcha there, Andrew. I'll show you how to run the country. Yeah. Yeah, I cut a bunch of wood yesterday. I had a board, but I went and cut a whole bunch of these boards here so I can make fences, I can put them in sideways. I got posts that'll go up and down and glue these on there and make wooden fences around properties and stuff. Been trying to come up with a way of making it chain link fence without having to buy it. It's funny if you go to a fabric shop, get the material called for a veil for somebody for a wedding. They've got little squares on them. You can cut fences out of them, and give them a little spot of light gray color, and make them look like a silver fence, right?
I see Justin has woke up.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Oh, there he is. He's in there. Hey, Justin. Well, the problem with that there, Andrew, is that Paul's American, not Canadian. Hey.
So
Didn't matter in the United States with Obama.
Yeah.
So you got signs to do today, Paul? Removals? Are they close by, or you got to travel?
Those two signs are out in the shed. It's about 15-minute drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they said
I'm glad you don't have any of those hour-and-a-half turnaround drives.
Yeah, no. No, the shed's only about 15 minutes away.
What and which side of Tim Hortons is that on?
Well, if I go that way, depends if I go that way or I go that way. I can go two ways to get out there. So there's always Tim Hortons on the way out of town. Yeah.
Mia.
Well, I was over my buddies last night. They were having coffee, and he told me there he got his snowblower in, got everything working on it. They had oil change on it, got everything done to it. Because, see, he goes away. He's taking the family back up to the Muskokas for the winter, for Christmas. So he's got an apartment building over here. The driveway has to be cleaned and salted, blown off, salted and stuff like that. So while he's away, he gets me to do it, right? So I think going away for a week or something like that. We can have. But they ran a cottage up in Muskokas. Well, Nanya, I've had 2 back surgeries, and I got pins and screws in my back. I'm fused between L4 and L5, which are just above the tailbone.
Well, we're getting ready to get some crazy weather.
Yeah.
Here comes Don.
Well, he's been trying for a minute or two. He's on his iPhone 2 now.
Uh-oh.
He's
Am
trying.
I slow?
No,
You're slow.
you're on.
You're on, but no video, of course.
No video, just audio.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in the car. I'm driving around, so
Hey, now don't you get charged for distracted driving there now. Come on.
well, that's why I don't have video on, so I can't get distracted.
Yeah.
I'll check it when I get to the bank.
Mm.
But it's probably a better thing to leave video off if I'm mobile,
Yeah. Yeah.
save on bandwidth.
Yeah, that's true.
Put video on, you guys just can see me looking like Max Headroom. Choppy, choppy, choppy.
Yeah, that's what happens to Ron when he's on going home in his truck. It'll be perfectly clear for a while, then all of a sudden, did.
So how's your morning been?
Another day in paradise.
I saw you guys doing a review of a drone flight.
Oh, I was just
talking
showing. I went and did a night flight. I had a hell of a time getting my hotel in the air.
Yeah.
It wasn't responding. It wasn't responding. I haven't flown it in a long time. It wasn't
Yeah.
responding, and the ship went by and was going downriver, and so I chased it down and then it started chopping up and
Yeah, the people was
gimbal
yeah.
moving. Yeah. But that's what it is.
Yeah, Nunya said he feels fine till he does any kind of work. Then I cannot walk for 3 days. Yeah, just about the way I am. I do some work for a couple of days, and then, geez, I'm laid up for about 2-3 days. Then pain pills and fucking stuff in your back, and it just never stops. But gotta keep moving. Yep, and don't let it
Yep.
slow me too much.
People are like sharks. You stop moving and that's the end.
Yep.
Yep.
You bet. Yep. Yeah.
I totally agree there.
You see it all the time. People, they get put in their chair or something like that, and it's just downhill quickly.
Well, I
That's
know
what
guys
I'm
that retired. I know guys that retired to a freaking lazy boy and they were dead within a year. You know, you work
Yep.
all your life, go to a lazy boy, and then you're fucking dead. Like, really? Yeah. Hey, Justin. Good morning.
Hey, Justin.
Just got back. Yeah, so they diagnosed me with degenerative, how do you say it? Degenerative disc disease.
Yeah, yeah.
They
I'm
said you were degenerate. What?
He's a degenerate.
He's got degenerate disc.
Yeah, yeah. I got spinal stenosis is what I have. So.
Well, what did they offer, therapy or what, Justin?
Yeah, I'll start my therapy, I think, next week or the week after.
Yeah.
And I go back in 6 weeks, and then she'll see how that's been doing for me.
She's one of those things that recline there, Justin. You know, you hang upside down, you hook your feet in, you flip.
Inversion table.
And yeah, and what you do, you stretch your body, by hanging.
I use it. I have an inversion table. I use it every once in a while, and it does wonders. I will at night my arms will go numb. I can't. I just got pinched nerve, and I know I gotta hang upside down for a bit. So I start hanging upside down. 2 or 3 days later, sleeping like a baby.
Yep.
So Justin, are they talking about therapy or surgery?
No, I have to do a mixture of physical therapy, chiropractic, and like massage therapy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not to the point of surgery yet.
No, that's why she wants
That-
me to go through 6 weeks of it, and then she's gonna.
Good,
see
that's
how I do.
excellent.
Yeah. Then
That
reevaluate. Yeah.
because that means that you may have a bad disc, but you're not getting to the point where they're gonna have to fuse anything. That's
No, she's saying that if she'll see how I do after the 6 weeks, and then we'll see where we go from there. But she said my discs are pretty bad. She goes for my age.
put in the work, dude.
Well, what
Whatever
you
they
gotta
tell ya.
do, Justin, how long has it been since you worked at Walmart?
A little over a year and a half.
You might have a case against them
Mm.
Nah.
because of all the heavy lifting and shit you did.
Yeah, I was always stacking pallets and everything else. But
Yeah,
Don't
Yeah.
tell me that.
up, Laura.
yeah, because you could have a case against them. I have a friend of mine that got paid $500,000.
All right.
Look who's in the chat. Little Llama Laura. Good morning.
So
Or good afternoon. Whatever.
Howdy, Laura. I'm at the bank making some deposits. You guys don't look at my PIN number, okay?
Or what? You sending me money? Are you? Don't let nobody else know.
Yeah, checks in the mail.
3814.
Keep an eye out for it. I'm doing that. Plus, I need to take a invoice over to a overdue client.
Yeah.
That's never fun, but he's a good guy. I think he just doesn't do email very well.
Yeah, I hear you there, Mr. Skyflag. I used to drive transport with all hand bomb loads off the truck. But I think that one of the biggest problems I had was when you're done or whatever, you jump off the back of the trailer onto the ground, all the time. And then I used to skydive and had a few hard landings too. So didn't help probably.
Wrong card.
Yeah, we used to haul stuff from anything to a case of light bulbs down to a freaking case of nails, from light to heavy, and bags of freaking fertilizer, all hand bomb and stuff. It's just yeah.
I think JD's younger than you, East Coast.
Yeah.
None of you might be. I don't know.
Who are you talking about? Oh, JD. Oh, okay. Now I was thinking JD. I was going to say no. He's in retirement age now.
Oh, he's like 80.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if JDS will think that's funny, but that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she said the next course of action, if that doesn't help, would be doing, and she said something about injections.
Yeah.
Pain
Cortisone.
management doctor.
Yeah. I remember going to London there, and they were doing what they call fluoroscopy or something on me. But there's a screen in there, and the doctor shoving a needle in for cortisone, but he can watch it on the monitor, and you're still alive, still awake. You can look at it yourself. Yeah, I went through all that. Yeah, did the physical therapy, and then cortisone shots and that fluoroscopy. I did. I went in. They did a laminectomy. That didn't work. 2 months later, they had me back in again, and they fucking fused my back at the L4, L5.
Well, the crappy thing is too is there's just nothing they can really do about it. Neither she said, she goes, there's no real reversing it. She goes, you're just kind of gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to get them to fix my 5, 6, and 7 for about 2 years now because it's touching the spine.
Yeah.
And they don't want to touch it.
But the funny thing is that, well, I don't know, about 15 years ago when I had my surgery on my back and got a fuse, but guess what? I'm still on pain pills. They say it's going to go up another one yet. You know, I may have to go in for another one, fuse L3, L4, but I don't know. Seem to be keeping it at bay right now, but I'm not doing any heavy lifting or, you know, other than, you know, my signposts and stuff, but, you know, so.
I'm assuming if you got enough of those fused together, though, you probably wouldn't be able to bend over, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that kind of prevent you from bending?
What, being fused?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a little fun trying to reach, put my socks on in the morning. You know, I can't bend over completely to get my socks on. You almost got to fish them on, but I can do it. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'm just used to it now, how to put my socks on. But yeah, it does limit you a little bit. But hey, I still do my sign business and flying and everything else. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but a little bit inconvenience. Hey, now we got a picture of Donald driving.
Yeah, you get to see the bank robbery chase now.
Yep.
We gotta look
If
how
that's all
nervous
I
he
got
looks.
away with, then they'll probably let me go if that's all I get away with.
I like that Comedy Central skit where the guy comes in and instead of robbing the bank, he's trying to get a job.
Looking for a job.
Yeah, and then he's like, he's the bank. He ends up being the bank manager by the end, and he still has his ski mask on. It's like I can give you a house loan.
Wasn't that like a Key and Peele?
I think it might have been. Let me see. No, that was from the Onion movie.
Oh. Okay.
It was the Armed Gunman.
I remember seeing it, but it sounds like one of their skits. Which is probably why I misremembered it.
No, that movie was hilarious. The Onion movie.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh my god! So in the one of the clips, they were like, "Smoking has been banned in the entire United States except for a 4x4 shed in Michigan." So a guy's all the way down in Florida, and he's like, man, he goes, I just left for lunch to go have a smoke break at the shack, and he goes, it's a 36-hour drive. I got to be back in 45 minutes.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, because you guys know the Onion, right? The one that does all the
Yep.
They actually did a movie, the Onion movie.
Well, Mandeville's got a football coach that is determined to win championships. He just contacted me, wants me to come run in. He wants to talk to me about getting 11x14 pictures of this year's playoffs and plays in the playoffs and putting them all over the building.
One of the Onion movie titles on one of their clips is Surgeon General, smoking fine as long as you're doing it when you're drinking.
That's how a lot of people spoke. Is it? I will smoke. Well, only when I'm drinking.
And then they're drinking every day. So oh yeah, here you go. I found the clip. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna play that clip.
Nation's anti-tobacco lobby won another victory today when Congress passed legislation restricting smoking within U.S. borders to a single room in Iowa. Traffic was backed up from Nevada all the way to Iowa as smokers tried to get to the lounge. Move the car, you old fucking bitch! Smokers from across the country are making the long journey to the 10 by 10 Smokers Lounge in Des Moines, Iowa.
I drove all the way from San Francisco just to sneak a smoke in on my lunch break. I'm supposed to be back at work in 10 minutes. It's a 37-hour drive. It's fucking bullshit.
In legal news, a judge has declared a local aerobics instructor.
Hey, Corey. Yeah, Mark White. Good morning. Yep. You know, the funny thing is that they will ban all that kind of stuff, but yet the drugs are okay, you know? Yeah.
Well, it's funny how they've gotten so strict on cigarettes over the years, but in alcohol, you know, they can still advertise, they can still do that.
Yeah.
But yet cigarettes were like, they really got on cigarettes about advertising and all that.
Yeah.
I think there are more car accidents with drunk driving than smoking and driving.
Yeah. I see in Utah there yesterday, they had one of the biggest drug busts they ever had. I guess yesterday was up in Utah. They did 3 raids, but holy mackerel, you ought to see the amount of fentanyl that they had. Just unbelievable.
Well, think about how much stuff, you know, alcohol itself can destroy.
Yeah.
Families, that can cause, you know, domestic issues, like domestic violence issues a lot, drunk driving.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit alcohol causes. And
Yeah.
it just seems like that's just never been addressed. But
yeah. Well, you know, the problem around here is that they tax cigarettes out of existence, that the black market, like, you know, you go to a reserve and get all the cigarettes you want with no tax on them. But, you know, like, so all the local variety stores and stuff that used to sell cigarettes to make money on it, they're not making that money now. So now they're pushing alcohol and beer into all the corner stores. I know you guys already have it down there, but we never had that because they want to help them make up for the loss that cigarettes did to them. You know?
it's like, yeah, we're going to ban this spice, but we're going to give you another one to fill the gap.
Yeah.
That makes no fucking sense.
And oh, by the way, they raised taxes on alcohol and, you know, now, so too.
It's
So.
like, I mean, it's like saying you're going to ban heroin, but you're going to give them crack to make up for the difference.
Well, you know, the thing that's going to probably happen maybe today or the next day before Christmas, anyways, we got a new gun law coming up in Canada called C-21, banning basically handguns, you know, certain semi-automatic guns and all that stuff. It just went through the 3rd reading yesterday. It's still got to finish today. And I think they said they're limited to 6 hours. But anyways, the government won't listen to anybody. We got our agenda. That's all it is. It's not under the guise of safety or anything. It's all political for votes, right? Well, the funny thing is the government says, well, we'll give you compensation for the guns that were taken away from you. Okay, so it's going to be a gun that looks like an assault rifle, but it's not. It's just a regular semi-automatic gun that shoots rimfire, not centerfire cartridges. I'll just throw a number out there, a 303, okay, semi-automatic. So we're going to buy that from you. So take that gun away from you. So that money, you're going to take that and going to go buy another gun that shoots the same bullet, same everything. No difference other than the looks of the gun. It's not so scary. But you're going to spend billions of dollars to do this. So one person, they pay you for this gun, but you take that money and go buy another gun, and it uses the same bullet, same everything. There's no different. But I don't know where they get their justification. I really don't.
Well, the problem is, Paul, you're trying to make sense out of nonsensical government.
Well, they even had liberal senators saying that, well, you know, there are certain amendments and that they want to push through, and like, you know, like the government, the conservatives and other gun groups were trying to put through, and they had liberal senators saying, yeah, that's a good amendment, but I'm going to vote against it because it's against its party, the voting party, not in. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, right? They won't do it. It's a party vote. And the liberal senators they say they're independent of the liberal government, but yet they were appointed by the liberal government. So it's just like even sports shooting. They say, well, we're not going to affect sports shooting, you know, handguns and all that kind of stuff. We're not going to affect all that. He says, yes, you are. Because you got these Olympic sports shooters, okay? They're going to retire, okay? Or, you know, not do what they do. So there's going to be a new group coming up. But the problem is they're stopping the group from coming up. Well, because you don't walk in and say, okay, I'm an Olympic shooter, you know, I'm allowed to have a handgun, da-da-da. No, they start in the backyard of their house, you know, plinking away with a 20 or a, you know, pellet gun, for Christ's sake, you know. They work their way up into the firearms thing. But the government's stopping that. You can't do that. But, oh, we're not affecting Olympic shooters. You know, bullshit. You can't buy, sell, trade a handgun, okay? And another one, there's guys that are gun collectors. You know, they've got stuff from their family, you know, from freaking 100 years ago. They got the gun collections and all that stuff. But the government said you're under prohibition or whatever it is. But the thing is, you can't sell, can't trade, can't give them away, can't do nothing. So if you die, government walks in and says, give me all those guns, and there's no compensation for it. So you got some grieving widow, you just lost her husband, but he's got this big gun collection. Government says, oh, by the way, we're here to pick up all the guns, take them away from you.
Well, it's just like how people still think AR to this day. They still think AR stands for assault rifle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It just stands for Armalite rifle. Like
Well, it's not
literally-
coincidence. It's no coincidence that every time there is a law put in place to restrict guns, gun sales go up.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
But the thing is, why is the government buying a gun that's you're going to take away from you and give money to buy another gun that's almost exactly like the same thing that you just took you away from? Like, why are you spending that money? Billions
I
of
don't know.
dollars.
Wouldn't that make the gun manufacturers happy?
Oh, geez, yeah, of course. But the only thing right now here in Canada, you can't, if you got a handgun, you better hold on to it the rest of your life because that's the last it's ever going to be. But
That's why it's better to live in America.
and I watched a program. I watched a program last night, CCFR. They're for all the gun rights here in Canada and all that kind of stuff. But they said, just hold on. There's an election coming. And they've already said in the conservatives said, we're going to reverse all this shit. So they said, just hold on. It'll change. Because if you go back several years ago, the Liberal government brought in what they call a long gun registry. You had to register all your guns that you have in your house. Doesn't matter what. It was a freaking paintball gun. You had to register it. Anyways, then the conservatives got into power, but got rid of it all. So, like, we don't have that long gun registry. The only one that still does is Quebec. But, you know, Quebec's another story. But, yeah.
What's up, Lance?
Hey guys,
Yeah, there, Bill. Yeah, they give everybody pellet guns to shoot moose with.
That's why when my son was going to sell the pistol to one of the other officers, I bought it from him. Keep him in the family.
Yeah. But like I knew a guy here right across from the airport. He hasn't died yet, but he's pretty close to it. They just sold his house, but I would guesstimate he had 400 freaking handguns. He had trees and all these things sticking out, all cowboy guns and all that kind of stuff. He was quite a collector. I like to know what happened to him. But I think they might have got rid of him before the ban come in. I'm not sure, but the thing is, he was a firearms officer and he trained all the people for restricted weapons and the security guards for the money trucks,
The Brinks trucks?
Yeah, for Brinks and they're different security companies, but he trained them. That was his,
Armored cars.
yeah, armored cars. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. But anyways, that I like to know what happened to all his guns. But because it's funny, because I put the sign up and I said to the agent, he said, "Oh, don't worry." He said they gotten rid of all the guns, but I don't know where they went. Never heard. That guy had you wouldn't believe how many his doors in these rooms where the guns were, alarms. He was tied right to the fucking police station with the alarms. If anybody tried to come in, right? Yeah. But it's funny because they talk about ARs here in Canada. Like you said, it's not an assault rifle, but they keep coming assault style weapon. That's how they get around it all. But the thing is that just because you put a different piece of plastic on a gun and makes it an assault, but assault rifle has been banned in Canada over 40 years now. You cannot have it's been like that for 40 freaking years. But yeah, it's never good.
Last year, the state senate here, they've got a guy for the last 3 years who's been trying to do constitutional carry, and we've had a Democratic governor, and he's always said he's going to veto it. So he just left office, and we have a Republican coming in, and they were talking about it yesterday on the news. The guy said he's actually got twice as many votes as he had last time. He's got enough to pass all the committees.
Yeah.
And the new governor came in, said, "Put it on my desk. I'll sign it as soon as I get it."
Yeah. Well, see, here the liberal government is pushing for a social society, a socialist, right? But if you disarm the public, then they can't fight back, right? Is the whole thing. But the money, the guy making all the rules, all the people who protect him have automatic rifles. Fully automatic.
Yeah, I don't know why Florida didn't go full constitutional, because they did where you could carry without a permit. You can constitutional carry concealed without a permit, but just not out in the open. Unless you're hunting, fishing, or camping, that's the only time you can open carry. Out in the open.
We have open carry. We've had it since I can remember. Well, I could put one on my side and walk around anytime. And now they're talking about the constitutional carry so we could conceal it. But when they went veteran, I could conceal it. So it doesn't make too much of a difference anymore.
I don't really see the difference in having it concealed or unconcealed. To me, it's having it on you is the same thing. So I don't really see why they do one or the other. It should just be both. That's why I said, like here in Florida, I don't know why they just didn't go to open carry if they were going to allow you to carry without a permit concealed.
Well, one of the police chiefs I think the Louisiana Police Union or something came on last night, and he said that's going to start becoming headaches for law enforcement and first responders. He said because people won't understand what they're supposed to do and all of this if they don't. Because he's also in the bill is that it doesn't say it doesn't require a class. It just means you don't have to get you don't have to get the permit, so you don't have to take the class. So you're saying too many people are not going to have the education for constitutional carry, and he's afraid that people will have it on them and it'll be concealed, and when police pull them over, they'll take it out and stick it on their lap. And they said a constitutional carry person, a concealed carry person, knows just to leave it concealed and let them know I have a weapon that's concealed. Because that's the difference. Because, like my son said, if he asks, and the person says he has a concealed carry and it's concealed, he said, "Okay, I need to see your hands step out the vehicle." Like that, he said, because we need to secure the weapon, and they'll secure the weapon, and they won't handcuff the guy. And he says he's never had an issue with a person with a concealed carry, letting them just secure the weapon until everything's finished.
I've even seen cops pull people over where, because I watch a lot of body cam footage on YouTube, and I've seen a lot of cops pull guys over and they say they have it.
Nope.
And they don't even take them out and take it from them as long as they're honest with them and say they have it. Then I've seen a lot of cops where they won't even pull them out of the car and secure it. They'll just look at their concealed weapons permit or whatever they have on them, give them their traffic ticket, and they're on their way.
Hey, you like no.
Bottom line, they're a good guy.
Yeah, it's kind of like having your 107. It kind of gives you some legitimacy that you're not going to be a jackass.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
you
rather,
like
you shouldn't be a jackass.
Yeah, we got so much troubles in the world, and the government's got to do this. They've got fucking their own priorities. Yeah. You know, we got so much fucking people can't fucking afford to eat, and then the government comes up with this shit. See, also now they're coming up with the Wartime Measures Act. Look out.
Well, if you look at a shoe store, their goal is to sell more shoes. If you look at a bakery, their job is to sell more bread. What is the government's job? To pass laws. They're going to try and pass more laws.
Yep. To be able to control it. Yep.
To justify their existence and justify their salary and justify the number of people they have working underneath them.
Well, but the funny thing is, if you go back here, I don't know, 6 months ago here in Canada, okay, Trudeau was in so much trouble he had to do a shuffle in the cabinet. So it puts a bunch of new ministers in place. Then now all those new ministers have got their own agenda that's being enforced on you again. You know, it's just a vicious cycle. It's just, yeah.
And they're like, no, my law is completely different than the old guy. The other guy, no, don't worry about him. This is my stuff.
Yep.
That's the problem. Keep the ministers out of politics.
And that's the worst thing to ever
That's a
happen.
joke.
Whenever you get, in any business, whenever you get a new boss as an employee, you get a new manager, get hired in, they want to change stuff just so they can put their thumbprint on it and say, look what I did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The department could be running perfectly, but the new manager is going to come in and say, I'm going to change things to make it mine.
Yep. I got my ideas and I'm going to implement. I'm in that position.
Uh-huh. It doesn't matter if you guys are running great or why the old manager left. They might have found a better job or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to come in and start making changes before I even check the weather.
There's one reason I'm not driving the school bus anymore. All the freaking changes, and they're not giving you any more money. But they come along and they say, oh, but we're giving you $20 an hour. They make it sound good. Yeah, but I make $60 a day, and you want me to go through all this bullshit for $60 a day?
A day.
So I have to work twice a day to start with. So I just lost $10 right there. You know, they just, come on, go get a life.
All right. I got to go for a little bit.
Okay. See you, Don.
Later, Don. In my last assignment at Paris Island, I was 2nd Battalion Supply, and I walked in and I had a list, a resume of what I've done in the past. And I walked in and everybody kind of didn't know what to expect. And I talked to them. I said, hey, this is who I am. This is what I've been doing. We've had all of this stuff in the Marine Corps. And I said, I'm not going to touch a thing. I said, I'm going to let y'all do what y'all have been doing for the next 30 days. And I'm going to review it and see if we need to make any changes like that. I said, but understand, if I tell you we need to make changes, it's because we need to make changes.
Yeah.
I said, because I want another no findings and supply the phasmo inspections where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And 30 days into it, I just made a list and went down the list and I told everybody, okay, this is what you got to change. This is what you got to change. And they looked at me, well, we've been doing it this way. I said, if we do it this way for the inspection, we'll fail.
You know, it's funny. My sister had a driving school, and she had a couple of 3 instructors at the time, and I took the course and became a driving instructor. And me and another guy, we worked good together. We do skid pad on Fridays, but anyways, but there was another gentleman. But anyways, we not locked horns, but he didn't like me because my sister there, and there were some changes done. I didn't make the changes. My sister did. I suggested them to her, you know, we should do this or that or whatever if I talked to her. But it wasn't me that made the decision. I didn't say, come in and say, hey, we're going to change this. I said, Diane, you know, we should, you know, what do you think of this or whatever? And if there's any changes done, we're done there. But everybody kept thinking it was me that was making the changes. It got nothing to do with me. I just made a suggestion. That's all I did. But because it was my sister, they figured I'd come in and I took over or something. And I went, really? No, it's her business, not mine. You know, just, yeah.
They don't understand that even what you're doing, you don't know what the lieutenants and the captains and the majors are doing.
Yeah.
In the middle, when you're stuck in the middle like that.
Yeah.
Because you have no clue what they're going through.
Yeah.
Because like my son, he's a first lieutenant and he's more or less like a lance corporal because he's getting all the heat from everybody above him.
Yep.
And then he's got to turn around and implement it.
Yeah. Now I would send that thing to Bill at Atlantic Ventures here. Our government's in trouble. Okay. So one of the things you're going to see here, as soon as you start seeing, you know, Trudeau starting to give away the farm, you know, there's an election coming because they're trying to get the votes up. But anyways, but the one, the big priority right now, by December the 15th, which is tomorrow, they got to have minimum hygiene products in all the men's washrooms now and for federal employees. Like, really? Yeah.
Wow.
But then see, coming up with a big dental plan, so it's going to implement it, but it's not going to come into effect quite right away. And the first people to qualify are seniors over 87 years old. Really? How many people over 87 are still alive or still got their teeth, right? Not just, the government's so stupid, but it sounds
That's
good.
going to save money.
Plan. Freaking, they're starting to give away the farm, so there for sure is going to be an election, I think, in the spring here. Hopefully he takes a walk like his dad did. Went for a walk in the snow, never came back. But I hope he don't resign. That part, I hope the hell he don't resign. Because if he resigns, then that Chrystia Freeland, she becomes the freaking prime minister, right? And she's 10 times worse than he is. I can't even stand to listen to her alone, freaking, you know, have her do any policies. So he's got to call an election. He's been in for 8 years. People are tired of him. They've been in too long with his, you know, arrogant policies. So anyways, so what you working on, Paul? Oh, you're muted, Paul.
Working on the Pine Grove Park video.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know what's supposed to get warm up today. What's it? Okay, where are you? 33 degrees right now. Feels like 26, and it's supposed to go to 42 today, 49 tomorrow, 47 on Saturday. It's gonna be warm,
Raining
right?
like crazy here.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
yeah, you're on the West Coast. They said Washington got a whole bunch of flood or atmospheric river or something.
Yeah.
Going on.
We had floods. I would say 10 days ago. They kind of subsided, and it's been
Yeah.
dry up until today, and it started raining again. I don't know if you
Good.
guys know Angel Plainals.
Yeah.
You guys know Angel?
You know, something
Yeah.
we haven't heard from in a week or two is Curtis up that way, eh? He's
Yeah.
up in, yeah. Hope
Angel
everything's
and I
okay.
were supposed to fly this morning, but the
Yeah.
rain got rained out. So
Yeah, I'm just looking here now. They got rain, and then on the outside of it, they got snow up in the higher elevation.
oh yeah. As soon as you get to the hills, you get the snow. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, right here, this is what I'm showing around Seattle right now. With all that rain. Well, even over in the Victoria, BC there. I used to live just north of Victoria, but yeah, look at it. There's lots of rain and look, the snow bands all the way around, right? That'd be all the higher elevation to all the mountains there. So, but anyways. Yeah. Yeah, Dunn just said one jerk messes up everything, and look at what happens with our drone laws. Yeah, I know. We got people here in Canada do the same damn thing. They just think you're above the law. That don't apply to me. It only apply to me because, I don't want to obey the law. Just, I don't think it's right, but oh my God, look who's coming to the chat. Time to leave. Oh, hey, JDS, Mr. Flying Canuck himself. Okay, yeah, you're covered there now, JDS.
Okay, Paul, I'm gonna share. Let me. You guys can let me know if you think it's all right for me to post it.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep, we're ready. Okay, we see it.
Mini 3.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, Paul. That looks nice. I wouldn't have a problem with posting that.
The only problem I've got is I got the wrong date on it. It should be the 13th,
Yeah.
not the 14th.
Yeah, well, it don't really matter. I mean, not gonna probably get a lot of hits on it, but still you can post it. Because most of the people come to your channel, they're looking for ships, right? So. But I'd definitely be checking out the hotel to see what's going on with it because it's just something not quite right.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes you just default stuff back to factory settings. It'll reset everything, because in case maybe you pushed the wrong button and it.
Well, besides that, it took me like 5 to 7 minutes to get it in the air. Yeah, and all of those 5 to 7 minutes, my frustration level kept going up like this,
What's up, Ron?
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Ron, not working today?
No, I'm off for till Monday.
He's off till Monday, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, work around the house today.
So you finally got all those pictures sorted where you want them and everything else, or what?
I think so. Well, not my office, but the living room. I completely changed the living room. Oh my God, dude, I'm worse than a woman, I think. With
No wonder you
Yeah,
can't get a woman.
but anyhow, this is what I ended up doing.
Well, that looks good there. Yeah, that's kind of nicely balanced right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you switched the bears.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
That looks good. That looks balanced, right? So
yeah.
Now I tell you, I like them back the way the other way because you had the white bear on the ends on both sides.
yeah.
Oh, now you're messing with.
That's
Then-
the photographer in me saw that. They have
Yeah.
the white bear
just
standing up
ordered,
and the white bear laying down on the outside.
Some new carpeting, some throw carpeting in my kitchen, but and I ordered 3 more. So
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, do a little decorating.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron, it's like when my daughter, we had the baptism on Sunday. There was the 246, about 14 people, and they wanted one picture, and nobody had cameras. So I took my iPhone out, and they were right in front of the altar at the church. So I said, okay, everybody shift over a little bit. It's you switching him. And they're looking at me, and I said, okay, everybody, we're going to do it on 3. But put your hands right by your sides, and they're all looking at me. And my son said, what? I said, put your hands by your side. You know what I mean? I said, because it looks a lot better than fig leaves. And everybody kind of looked at me, and I said, just trust me for a second, put your hands down. Did I shot the picture, and everybody was happy. And my daughter turned around and told the deacon, yeah, he's a photographer. But that's just I'd rather have the picture look good than.
So how's your knees there, Joe?
My knees?
Yeah.
But they're good. They're better
Well,
now.
Isn't it Catholic? They go down on their knees all the time.
Well,
JDS.
they're Catholic. I haven't been Catholic for 20 years.
What did JDS say? He's not wearing his Canada Post jacket today. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, I know you're joking around because when you got your uniform on for the ambulance, you look like a Canadian postal worker.
Oh,
Yes.
Same color, same everything else, like the same uniform, except for a couple of little things. But yeah, you look like Canada Post worker.
When I worked for American Medical Response, they decided to go to a whole new uniform, and we went to it was a dark blue pants with a blue stripe down the side, and then a light blue shirt to offset. And they were getting all these things to show us, and I'm sitting there just shaking my head, and Sue looked over at me. She goes, "Well, why are you shaking your head? What's wrong?" I said, "Look at that uniform real good." I said, "What other uniform in the city of New Orleans has that same color uniform?" And they kind of looked at each other and couldn't figure it out. I said, "New Orleans Police Department." I said, "We're going to go out there and look like New Orleans police without a gun." So they changed the shirt to a white shirt.
Wow, it's like around here, work uniforms are all navy blue. Yeah, you know.
You want me to look like a cop? Let me carry a gun.
Yeah.
yep. I agree.
I laugh because, like before this new gun law comes in effect, maybe the next day or two. But, it was funny because, I could go all the way to Ottawa to his place there and buy a gun, like a handgun. And I couldn't take it home with me because you had to have what's called an AT&T, which is an authorization to transport. Anyways, but you could send it by the mail. Postal workers, how they used to go postal once in a while? You're going to send guns through the mail, but you can't take it home. It just went, really?
Well, it's the same here in the United States. If I send a weapon back to another, if I go, say I got to send something back to Taurus or Glock or somebody, I can go to UPS and let them know it's a weapon and send it right back to them. They can send it right back to me. However, if they change something where the serial number changes, then it's got to go back to a firearms place.
Yeah.
Because then I got to go do all the process over.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be screwed either today or they said before Christmas for sure, but either today or tomorrow. Yeah, that new Bill C-21 going through. The government's pushing it through. They said they're only going to limit debate for 6 hours today, and then we're going to vote. So I think we're done because the Liberals have got the majority, the backing of everybody. So, but the only hope that we got is that we get a new government and they're going to reverse it. They said if they do get in, so you just have to hold on to them till then. But they say it's all in the safety of all in the guise of gun safety because so many people getting shot. 98% of the people getting shot are done by guns smuggled into the country, illegal guns. But they're going after the 2%, not the 98%. No money for no nothing, or they're smuggled in, or all the gangs are doing all the shooting, but yet they're going to go after the law-abiding citizens because what the gangs are doing. But I was telling everybody this morning. So, it was funny because you're going to have a gun buyback program, but it's been put on hold till after 2025. So you don't have to do anything. You just can't use them, can't do whatever. But the thing is, I'm just going to use this for an example for a caliber. You got a .303 semi-automatic centerfire rifle. Shoots .303 shells, okay? The government's going to come in. They're going to buy that gun from you. They're going to take it away from you. We're going to compensate you for it. So that money, you can take it and buy another semi-automatic rifle that does .303, but it doesn't look as scary. Same gun, same bullet, same everything, except this one don't look scary. See, there's an assault-style weapon and a hunting rifle, okay, is what they're trying to define. But there is no... Anything that's an assault rifle has been banned in Canada for 40 years, but it's assault style because it looks scary because they put a different piece of plastic on it. So anyways, the government's going to buy take that gun away from you, give you compensation so you can go buy another one that does the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Nothing different. Just that it don't look scary.
Well, you know what? That all has to do, Paul, with the idea that we got to be a more kinder country, and therefore we don't want to scare the deer. We just want to fucking kill them.
Yeah. But the thing, the big liberal minister said, well, we consulted with the natives, the Inuit up in northern, Canada, and all these gun clubs, sports shooters, all that. And the opposite minister for the conservative. He said, I talked to every one of them. None of them said that you've ever consulted them for anything. But they're telling the public that, well, we consulted with everybody and all the chiefs and all that shit. No, they didn't, because they talked to the fucking chiefs. They said, liberal government never come and ask us for anything. So it's a political thing. It's not a safety thing. So.
Shit.
But, but like this handgun thing, you can keep your handgun. You can still go to the range and go shooting with it and everything else. And there's gun collectors that got guns and everything else. But the day that you die, while you're widowed grieving over you, the government's going to come on knocking doors and say, give me all your guns. And there's no compensation for any handguns. So a guy could have a collection of 400 or 500 guns, come watch and say, give them to me. You can't have them because you can't even trade them. You can't give them away. You can't sell them. Can't barter. Can't do nothing. So in a period of 40 to 50 years, all the people that owned those handguns have died. The government's got rid of all the handguns. That's the method, right?
Yeah.
But you got a collection. You can't even hand them down heirlooms from your family. From 80 years ago, I got a cowboy gun, right? Nope. Government's got to have it. You can't have it.
Yeah, I've got a couple of guns from my dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it don't affect me. Don't get me wrong, but I've got a double-barrel Damascus steel-wound shotgun that my great-grandfather, he was a gameskeeper for the Royals in England. But this is the thing: they want to take guns away. You can't.
Hey, Ron, speaking of your dad, did you ever get those watches looked at?
No, I've been procrastinating. I was supposed to go to Rapid City yesterday, but I talked Don out of going. He had a medical appointment, and I don't think it was safe, not only but the roads, but me driving a vehicle yesterday. But anyhow, there's a dealer there that I was going to talk to, and I never thought about taking the darn gun or the watch with me.
Yeah. I watched a video the other day. Somebody said that jeweler or whatever repairing $100,000 Timex watch, and went, not Timex, that
Rolex.
watch, the Rolex watch, yeah, $100,000. And I went, ooh, how they rebuilt it. It was just taking it apart, cleaning and putting it back together. Basically what it was.
And I'm wondering if there's any subtle ways, I'd like to call a dealer and just say, hey, is there any real subtle ways to tell if it's real or not? And then if so, then go from there.
Well, the thing of it is, Ron, it's such a unique watch. It's a Rolex, which is expensive to begin with. And the dealer, it put yourself in your dealer's shoes. Well, bring it in so I can look at it. It's not.
Yeah.
You should have some idea about the serial number.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody was saying like that serial numbers. I forget who it was, AZ or somebody the other day.
Yeah, it was easy.
Was saying how to see it, but I don't know how to get the band off, and I don't want to mess
You
around.
have to take the band off and spin the back or something, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, better off to let, you don't want to scratch it up because it might devalue it a bit, right?
Yeah, because Joe, it's been estimated. What was the high estimates we had on it?
It was around
$35,000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to go poking around in the back and scratching or do just anything,
Yeah.
Yeah, back in 1974, when I went in the Marines, my uncle he said, I want to get you a good watch. And I told him, I said, I don't really need a watch. You want to give me something, just give me a couple $100. I'll start a bank account. That'd be my bank account while I'm in the Marines. So he handed me $500. And about 3 years later, I noticed that he wore Rolex watches. So it would have been probably a Rolex watch that he would have given me. And in that neighborhood back, it'd probably be worth about $40,000-$50,000 right now.
Yeah.
It's locked up in the gun safe, so.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You don't want
and it's a little too big for any of your deer to be wearing them,
Yeah. There's a lot of money in that safe. Whew. Probably well in excess of $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't put your address out and say you got Rolex at the same time.
Yeah. Well, come on in. You'll be greeted.
Yeah. 45 caliber.
Hey, Ron, my door's right there. Come in quick. Yeah.
Don't hesitate. Just get your ass in here.
As soon as you come in, close the door. I'll let you close it.
Well, the funny part of it is Ron has been meticulously buying all of these rugs and stuff for the floors. And if we were to shoot somebody, he'd have to be dealing with all them rugs and stuff and everything.
Yeah, I have to buy new rugs because they can't get the blood stains out.
Yeah.
You get all the blood stains in the rug, you don't have to worry about your floor.
Yeah, but he's got a friend with a freaking backhoe that owns, 2,000 acres out in the bush, right?
I bet you I could go out. Well, Judy has 27,000. I'm sure I could.
Yeah, find a spot.
Bury stuff on your property.
Yeah.
Yep, that would be.
You need to plan ahead though. You go out there and you get you a spot and you get the bush and everything and dig it and let it sit there for a couple of years so that when you finally use it, it doesn't look like it's new.
Yeah. Oh my. Shoot. Well.
Yeah, Paul's got to go get some signs done.
Oh, fuck, it's 10:30 already. Holy crap,
Yeah.
man.
So I'm thinking we might as well just call it, right?
It's up to you, Paul.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean,
Just
Ron's getting antsy. Joe looks like he's going to fall asleep.
I'm fine.
Lance has been on hold here for a while. Right, Lance?
Justin's missing in action.
Justin is gone. And you got to go get some signs done. So
I'm just trying to think what he said here. Nick Fisher said, please remove the signs on the vacant lots and shed when you have a chance. So there's no panic on it. No. There's not one of those coming down for Christmas because it's two vacant lots. So
yeah.
Yeah, I may run over to the high school because, like I said, it's 16 by 20s he wants to do. And I think he wants to do some action shots from this year to kind of give him that motivation for next year and put them all in a building. So I may go over and talk to him this morning about it. And it hasn't got windy yet. Might get the drone out again.
There you go.
This afternoon, the wind's supposed to pick up to about 27, 28 mile an hour.
Yeah, we're going to have 28 to 38 for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, fly when you can fly.
Yeah. But, at noon today, it's 23 mile an hour, 26 mile an hour at 1 o'clock.
Hey, Ron, how did you do with that penguin camera? Did you do anything with it or?
Feel bad, Paul. This week, that's something I'm going to do in this time period off is play with it.
Okay.
I've been nonstop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to start playing with it today. I might even try and play with it today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again later today, right, Paul?
Yep, I should be around. Yeah.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.